Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and third with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he'd thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 22.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brandon Copeland in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Charles, a look there at the Falcons draft class for 2021. And this was the first pivot point of the draft. What would the Falcons do it for? Many thought this was a spot to take their QB of the future, thinking, hey, maybe we won't pick this high again for a long time. Instead, the physical attributes of Kyle Pitts were too much for them to pass up.
And many still expect quarterback Matt Ryan to play at a high level, and they think they can win right now. And I know a lot of people are interested in seeing Kyle Pitts match up with Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley in running their offense. Of course, that won't happen now with the Jones trade to Tennessee, but still a dynamic offense. And Kyle Pitts will see the ball come his way a lot as a rookie.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board. One drive here in preseason in this game. Baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And a foul. Offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. That time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Kaiser to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Kaiser going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Kaiser keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 2nd and 4. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. Over the middle, complete. It's Hawkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kaiser now. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. Touchdown, Titans. Jeff Swaim, 62 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. McCarron under pressure, and they got to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
So we have reached halftime, and boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a turn. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moved.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McCann for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Patterson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Shotgun snap for McCarron. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And again, it's McCarron. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Patterson on the draw play. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now here's McCarron as his guys will try to tack on the 2-point conversion.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On the ground, this is Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They give it to Hill running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run forward with Hill. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Kaiser now from the 50. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. From the 44, Kaiser. Got it complete to Rodgers. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Play fake. Kaiser. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cameron Batson. 32 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. McCarron now on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's third down. Here's McCarron to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now McCarron, he's got to have this one. That one complete to Darby. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now here's McCarron again. And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
His throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But now it's third down. To throw is McCarron. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakim.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Eight yards to go on second down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Kaiser here looking to throw it. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay. Let's go.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, it's Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. That'll be taken in by Darby. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Working from the gun here, McCarron. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Again, they'll throw it with A.J. McCarron. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And they're throwing here. Kaiser throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.